Have you ever jolted awake between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body refuses to let you sleep? If you're an older woman, this isn't just a fleeting annoyance. It's your body sending a critical message about your health, emotions, and even your future. Those restless nights could be signaling something deeper, and ignoring them might mean missing a chance to transform your well-being. In this video, I'm unveiling 5 powerful, science-backed strategies to not only understand why these wake-ups happen but also turn those frustrating moments into opportunities for calm, clarity, and better health. You'll discover practical steps to soothe your body, quiet your mind, and reclaim restful sleep. From simple breathing techniques to smart hydration tricks, these methods are easy to implement and designed to boost your energy, emotional balance, and overall vitality. Stick around until the end, because the 4th tip is a game changer most people overlook. It could be the key to unlocking deeper sleep and a healthier you. By watching the entire video, you'll gain insights into hidden triggers disrupting your nights, learn how to address emotional and physical imbalances, and uncover a surprising way to reset your body for rest. Don't let sleepless nights control you. Grab a cozy seat, and let's dive into these transformative steps that could redefine how you sleep forever. Your path to better rest is just minutes away. Watch now to take control. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Don't force sleep. Do this instead. Picture this. You're suddenly jolted awake in the stillness of the night, your body still heavy with the fog of sleep, yet your mind is completely alert, buzzing with restless thoughts. You glance over at the clock, and your heart sinks as the harsh glow stares back at you. 3:17 a.m. That sinking feeling washes over you like a cold wave, the familiar dread settling in your chest. Not again, you think, your mind already spinning into panic mode. I know this all too well because I've been there. More nights than I can count. That helpless moment when your brain refuses to shut off, when every attempt to coax yourself back into sleep only seems to tighten the grip of wakefulness. You start the internal countdown. If I fall asleep right now, maybe I can get 3 hours. No, 2. Maybe just 1. Why won't you sleep? Your heart pounds harder, your thoughts swarm like frantic bees, and the harder you try, the more elusive the peaceful rest becomes. Does this feel familiar? That desperate frustration? That hollow ache of helplessness? You're not alone in this midnight battle. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is far more common than we admit, and here's the truth, it's not the end of the world. The real problem isn't the wakefulness itself, but the panic and self-pressure that follow. When you start spiraling, telling yourself, "I'll never sleep again," or "tomorrow will be a disaster," you're fueling a fire that doesn't need to burn. Let's pause here. Imagine how exhausting that mental storm must be for your body. Forcing yourself to fall asleep is like trying to tame a wild horse with bare hands or herd cats while balancing on a unicycle. It's frustrating, exhausting, and completely futile. When you lie there, clenching your fists in a silent plea, willing your body to obey, you're not soothing your mind. Instead, you're lighting a wildfire of stress. Stress floods your system. Along with it comes cortisol, that sneaky villain often called the stress hormone. Cortisol is your body's natural alarm clock, telling you, "Hey, you're awake now. Time to deal with this." No matter how much you want to drift back into dreams, your brain hears this signal loud and clear. No rest for you right now. Your nervous system revs up, leaving you more wired, more alert, and paradoxically, farther from sleep than when you first opened your eyes. The cruel irony is this: the more you wrestle with sleep, the less likely it is to come. So why keep fighting? Why not flip the script? Instead of sinking into frustration, Why not transform this middle-of-the-night wakefulness into something gentler? Maybe even a moment of calm or quiet productivity. Here's what I've learned, and what I want to share with you. Stop lying there feeling defeated. I get it. The darkness, the silence, the solitude can feel overwhelming. But don't let those moments define you. Instead, try this. Sit up slowly and gently. Don't jolt yourself awake or rush into the day. Just a simple change in posture sends a subtle message to your brain. You're shifting gears. You're not stuck in helplessness. Now, take a deep, deliberate breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, counting to 4. Hold it for a heartbeat. Then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat. It may sound almost too simple to matter, but this breathing technique is a powerful cheat code for your body and mind. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of you responsible for calm and restoration. With every breath, your muscles soften, your racing heart slows, and the storm inside begins to quiet down. It's biology working in your favor, not magic, but it sure feels like a little miracle. Next, be curious. Ask yourself gently, why am I awake? Are you uncomfortable? Is your pillow flat and lumpy from years of use? Are your sheets twisted into a tight knot around your legs? Maybe the room is too hot, or maybe a chilly draft is sneaking in from a cracked window. These little annoyances often sabotage our sleep without us even realizing it. Get up if you need to. Fluff your pillow, untangle those sheets, adjust the thermostat to a cozy 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Science's sweet spot for sleep. Even a small glass of water might help. Dehydration can creep up at night and steal your rest. Taking control of these tiny discomforts can feel empowering when everything else seems out of reach. I want you to remember this. You are not powerless in these moments. You deserve to find peace, even when sleep feels distant. These small actions, changing your posture, breathing deeply, fixing your comfort, are steps toward reclaiming your night. They break the endless cycle of frustration and fear. You deserve restful nights. The journey to that rest starts when you stop the battle and let your body and mind gently find their way back to calm. You can do this. And sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for yourself in the middle of the night is to simply pause, breathe, and be kind to the very soul that's been fighting so hard all day. 2. Hydrate, but smartly. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Hydration often gets overlooked as just another simple, automatic task. Something so routine that we barely give it a second thought. We gulp down water because it's what we do, almost on autopilot. But if we pause and truly reflect on this essential act, hydration reveals itself as a profound form of self-care, a tender gesture we offer to our bodies every single day. It's far more than just drinking water. It's about nourishing your entire being, restoring balance to your inner world, and giving your body the deep, gentle care it so desperately needs but often doesn't vocalize. Maybe you know this feeling all too well. Waking up in the stillness of the night, the clock reading something like 3:47 a.m., and an uncomfortable awareness that something just isn't right. Your mouth feels dry, as if you'd been chewing on cotton all night. Or perhaps your legs are twitching uncontrollably, restless and agitated, refusing to settle no matter how desperately you try to coax them into calm. Or maybe you lie there, drenched in a strange warmth, the room cool and cozy around you, yet your body feels unsettled, almost like a silent alarm going off, but you can't quite put your finger on the cause. It's unsettling. You don't think it's serious, but it nags at your peace of mind. Here's the truth. The sneaky culprit behind all this discomfort is dehydration. It's stealthy and relentless, quietly draining your body's precious water reserves while you sleep, going unnoticed until it demands your urgent attention the moment you wake. That dryness in your mouth, the twitching legs, the odd warmth you feel. These are your body's desperate cries for water, a life-giving, vital liquid that it lost during the night's silent hours. It's so easy to dismiss hydration, especially when these uncomfortable moments hit. But let's get real about how to hydrate smartly. Because it's not as simple as just gulping down a glass of water in the middle of the night. Doing that might backfire, jolting you awake further, disrupting the precious rest and renewal your body so badly needs. If you don't hydrate correctly, you risk tossing and turning all night, fighting against your own body's rhythm. Most people reach for ice-cold water in these moments. And I understand why. When you feel overheated or uneasy, the thought of a cold, refreshing drink is so tempting. It feels like instant relief. But let me tell you from experience, gulping down freezing water when you're half asleep is like slapping your body awake. It shocks your system, snapping you out of that drowsy haze and making your muscles tense, your mind sharpen, just when all you want is to drift back into peaceful slumber. It's like trying to soothe a frightened child only to shake them awake harder, making them even more upset. That cold water disrupts your body's natural flow, making it harder, not easier, to relax and sink back into the deep, healing sleep your soul craves. What your body truly needs is water that mirrors its natural state, water that feels like a gentle hug from the inside. Room temperature water, or even slightly warm water, works wonders. It's calming and comforting, soothing your body's thirst without setting off alarms. When you sip water at the right temperature, it doesn't shock or tense your system. Instead, your body welcomes it, absorbing it like a nurturing balm. It's a quiet kindness to yourself in the stillness of night. You don't need a fancy potion, just a simple glass or bottle of room temperature water resting by your bedside, ready to soothe you when you need it most. No fuss. No complicated rituals. Just a moment of grace in your care for yourself. But here's something even more important. Sometimes water alone isn't enough. If your nights have been restless or your body feels unsettled, you're likely losing more than just water while you sleep. Vital minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, the quiet heroes known as electrolytes, slip away too. These minerals are the steady conductors of your body's orchestra, helping muscles relax, nerves stay calm, and energy flow smoothly. When those electrolytes dip low, your body sends subtle signals. Dizziness, lightheadedness, that wired yet exhausted feeling, headaches, or that uneasy sensation that something's off. You might brush it aside, but it's your body telling you it needs a little extra care. Here's a simple, powerful trick that's helped me and countless others. Instead of plain water, add a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt, like Celtic or Himalayan salt, to your nighttime drink. Not the refined table salt you see everywhere, but mineral-rich salts that gently replenish what you lost without overwhelming your system. Just a few grains are enough, a delicate balance, not an overload. If salt isn't your thing, a splash of fresh lemon juice can be a beautiful alternative. Besides adding a fresh, uplifting flavor, lemon is packed with potassium, another crucial mineral your body craves for balance. Slowly sip your drink, whether with salt or lemon, and let your body absorb the hydration it's been longing for. Don't rush. This simple act is an expression of kindness to yourself, a tender moment of care when you need it most. And the difference? It's real and profound. That dry mouth softens, restless legs ease, and the tightness and heat begin to fade. You'll feel the gentle return of balance, calm, and centeredness within you. It's a subtle but deeply satisfying renewal, a reminder that your body thrives when treated with respect and thoughtfulness. Taking these small, mindful steps to hydrate thoughtfully is more than just quenching thirst. It's a loving commitment to yourself, especially in those vulnerable moments when you're most in need. When you sip that gentle water with a pinch of salt or a splash of lemon, you're doing more than drinking. You're restoring harmony, nurturing your body's rhythm, and giving yourself the gift of peaceful rest. So next time you wake up parched or restless in the dead of night, pause before you grab any glass. Listen to what your body truly asks for. Offer it that gentle, wise care it deserves. And watch as your nights become smoother, softer, and more restorative, just like you. 3. Check your emotions. It's 4:12 a.m., and suddenly, you're awake. But this awakening isn't the usual one, the kind that comes with groggy confusion or the jarring blare of an alarm clock demanding your attention. No, this is something far more unsettling, something heavier that tugs at your very soul. It feels as if your own body is betraying you, yanking you from a peaceful night's rest into a quiet, restless limbo where sleep feels like a distant memory. You lie there in the dark, and the silence, once comforting, now feels suffocating, thick and heavy, pressing down on your chest like an invisible weight. There's an unsettling hum, a restless energy buzzing beneath the surface of your skin. A vague ache stirs deep inside, not of the body but of the heart, an emotional ache that defies clear definition, but one you know all too well. It's not pain, not a physical wound you can touch or see, yet it's profoundly real. It's as if something inside you is quietly begging for attention, a subtle yet persistent tug that won't be ignored. Maybe your mind has already started racing, replaying scenes from yesterday, a tense conversation with a loved one, a harsh word exchanged, a worry left unresolved. Or perhaps you're anxiously anticipating the day ahead, your thoughts swirling with fears and what-ifs that cling to you like shadows in the dark. Does this feel familiar? That sensation when your mind refuses to rest, when your emotions stir and churn in the stillness of the night. This isn't just about a restless night or a passing discomfort. It's deeper. It's your emotions waking alongside you, like an internal alarm clock signaling that something needs your attention. Ancient wisdom, like traditional Chinese medicine, teaches us that our emotions are intimately tied to the health of our organs, the lungs with sadness, grief, and stress, for example. So, waking up heavy-hearted in the early morning hours isn't random. It's your body's way of whispering that beneath the surface, beneath the noise of daily life, something unresolved lingers. It's an emotional whisper, soft but insistent, calling you to pause and listen. To acknowledge the burdens you carry, whether they're fresh wounds or old scars you've tucked away. The stillness of the night allows these feelings to rise because during the day, when life's chaos drowns them out, your mind is too busy to notice. But in the quiet, your body speaks loud and clear. You can try to ignore it, to push it away, but it won't disappear. Instead, it finds ways to make itself known, waking you at 4 a.m. when the world is silent, forcing you to confront what you might rather forget. Maybe it's grief that you never truly processed, or stress from the countless responsibilities, the family worries, the work pressures that never seem to ease. Perhaps it's that email you never sent, that conversation you avoided, or an apology that remains unspoken. Whatever it is, your body remembers, even when your mind tries to pretend otherwise. And isn't it true that our problems seem larger in the dark? At 3 or 4 a.m., those worries swell, magnified by silence and solitude. Your mind amplifies them, swirling them into a tempest that feels impossible to escape. That's your emotional baggage finally surfacing, begging to be unpacked. So what can you do in those moments when the weight of your emotions feels too heavy to bear? The worst choice is to lie there and let them fester, to let the quiet become a breeding ground for anxiety and fear. Don't let your thoughts spiral into endless loops of what if and why me. Instead, gently sit up. Prop yourself against your pillows and take a deep, slow breath. Permit yourself to check in with your heart. Ask yourself quietly, what is it that I'm carrying? What's keeping me from rest? You don't need to have the answers right now. This isn't about solving everything in one moment. It's about acknowledging that something inside you needs care and attention. If you feel up to it, keep a notebook by your bed. Write down whatever flows from your mind, the tangled feelings, the confusing fragments, the hurts or longings that won't let you be. It doesn't matter if the words aren't neat or if they don't make perfect sense. Just let yourself release them onto the page. This simple act of putting feelings into words is powerful. It takes the swirling chaos out of your head and gives it form, a shape you can look at and begin to understand. By naming your emotions, you begin to take back your power. You remind yourself that while you can't always control what you feel, you can control how you respond. You are no longer a prisoner of those restless nights or the heaviness that drags you under. You have taken the first step toward healing, even if it's just the small step of recognition and release. Remember, you don't need all the solutions right now. Sometimes, the greatest kindness you can give yourself is simply to feel, to sit with your emotions without judgment and offer them space to breathe. It's an act of self-compassion, a reminder that your heart deserves to be heard, not just when life is easy, but especially when it feels overwhelming. So next time you find yourself awake in the quiet dark, don't shy away from those stirring feelings. Lean into them gently. Let them guide you toward the peace and clarity your heart has been quietly longing for all along. 4. Move gently. Reset your body. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's 4:23 a.m. again. You wake up with a start, eyes wide open, the harsh glow of the clock casting its cold, unforgiving light across the room. You lie there, trying desperately to find comfort beneath the tangled mess of blankets. But instead of wrapping you in warmth, they seem to wrap you in a confusing knot, mirroring the restless turmoil swirling inside your mind. The more you struggle, the more hopeless it feels. You shift, hoping that this time, maybe this time, you'll drift back to sleep, but no luck. The frustration bubbles up inside you like an unspoken ache. Why can't I just sleep? Why does my own body feel like it's betraying me, fighting against the very rest I crave so deeply? It's a feeling so painfully familiar, one that can gnaw at your spirit in the loneliest hours of the night. The clock ticks loudly, almost mocking you, each second reverberating through your thoughts like a taunt. Time stretches endlessly, and the harder you try to stay still, the more your body rebels. Your neck tightens painfully, your legs twitch uncontrollably, and your mind spins in a dizzying loop of anxiety and confusion. You wonder, why can't I find peace? Why won't my body just calm down? It's exhausting, physically and emotionally. Here's a truth I've learned, often the hard way. Lying there, rigid and restless, only digs you deeper into the pit of wakefulness. It's like sinking in quicksand. The more you struggle to force sleep, the faster you slip away from it. You may have been trapped in this cycle before, feeling powerless, desperate for relief, but unsure where to find it. But here's the gentle secret no one tells you. You don't have to stay stuck in that night-long battle. Your body is begging for a reset, but not a grand, exhausting one. It doesn't want a marathon run or a grueling workout. What it truly needs is a soft, kind gesture, a gentle nudge to release tension, to breathe, to remind itself that it's safe to relax. And yes, it's surprisingly simple. So simple that it almost feels like cheating. But trust me, this works. First, let go of the idea that you must lie perfectly still. Trying to force yourself to be motionless when your body is wired tight is like trying to hold water in your hands. Impossible and only frustrating. Instead, allow yourself to move. Slowly, carefully, shift your position. Sit up if you want, no sudden jerks, just a gentle change. Lean against the headboard or swing your legs over the side of the bed if that feels more comfortable. This small act, permitting yourself to move, can be a powerful signal that it's okay to release control and surrender to comfort differently. Start by tuning in to your neck. Chances are, it's stiff and cramped from hours spent in awkward sleep positions. Gently roll your neck, lower your chin to your chest, savoring the soft stretch along your spine. Slowly tilt your head toward your right shoulder, letting your ear drift down gently. Take a deep, mindful breath as you hold, then exhale slowly as you roll to the left. Repeat this tender motion a few times. You might begin to feel the stubborn tension loosen, those muscles that have been wound tight like springs finally starting to unwind. It's almost like your body is whispering, "Thank you." Finally, you're listening. Next, shift your attention to your shoulders. For most of us, they carry more than just physical weight. They hoist the burdens of the day, the endless worries, the to-do lists, the unspoken stresses. Take a deep breath, and slowly lift your shoulders toward your ears, as if reaching for the ceiling. Then release them with a soft, calming exhale. Repeat 3 or 4 times, matching each movement with your breath. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you let go. Each release is a message to your body. It's okay. You don't have to hold on so tightly anymore. You might hear little cracks or pops. Don't be alarmed. Those sounds are your body's sighs of relief, the letting go of tension that's been building beneath the surface. It's a comforting, grounding feeling, like a gentle wave washing over your weary muscles. Now, let's awaken your circulation. If you haven't already, move to sit at the edge of your bed. Try a gentle forward fold. No pressure, no need to push yourself. Just hinge softly at your hips, letting your hands glide toward your knees or the floor, and let your torso hang for a few peaceful seconds. It's like giving your spine a soft, soothing sigh. This simple stretch invites relaxation, releasing the stiffness that comes from lying down for so long. By encouraging blood flow to your lower back, you ease that heavy, cramped sensation, creating space for comfort. While you're in this calming pose, breathe deeply. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your ribs expand, and exhale fully through your mouth, feeling your body soften with every breath. This deep, rhythmic breathing sends a loving message to your nervous system. You are safe. You are calm. It invites your whole being to surrender to rest, shedding the stress that has accumulated during the day. Finally, shake off that restless energy. Lift one leg at a time, not wildly, just a light, playful jiggle. Imagine you're shaking off water after a refreshing swim. It may feel a little silly, but it's incredibly effective. Those twitchy, restless sensations you've been holding onto can finally dissolve as you move. Spend a few seconds per leg, letting the tension melt away from your calves and thighs. If you've noticed your legs bouncing or your hands and feet feeling cold, this is your body's way of signaling it needs help with circulation. Cold extremities can make it harder for your whole system to relax. So here's a quick trick. Rub your hands together briskly, like you're trying to spark a tiny fire, then cup them over your feet, offering them warmth and comfort. This simple act can make a world of difference in coaxing your body toward a peaceful, restful state. And science agrees. Studies show that warming your hands and feet helps lower your core body temperature, a vital step in falling asleep faster and more deeply. A warm foot or hand is like a gentle lullaby for your brain, telling it, it's time to rest. These small, tender movements may seem trivial on the surface, but they are profound gifts to yourself. Quiet reminders that your body deserves kindness, care, and the chance to unwind. When you give yourself this minute-long reset, you're not just easing physical tension. You're nurturing your spirit, helping yourself find calm in the chaos. So tonight, and every night, remember, your body is whispering, asking for gentleness. Listen with love. Move with kindness. Reset with grace. And let yourself finally rest. 5. Calm your brain with sound. There you lie, staring up at the ceiling at 3:58 a.m., the silence around you almost mocking the chaos inside your head. It feels like your mind has suddenly decided it's time to run a never-ending marathon, thoughts ricocheting wildly like ping-pong balls, bouncing off every corner of your skull. Did I lock the door? What if I forgot something important for tomorrow's meeting? Why on earth did I say that awkward thing back in 2019? The more you try to quiet these swirling worries, the louder they shout. You tell yourself, just relax, just breathe, but it's like telling a storm to calm with a whisper. The harder you try to hush your mind, the more relentless the noise becomes. Sleep feels like a distant, unreachable dream. Does this sound familiar? I know it's all too familiar to me, and I bet many of you feel this exact frustration in those sleepless, lonely hours. When your mind races like this, trying to force it into calm is like trying to tame a tornado with a fragile paper fan. utterly exhausting and deeply frustrating. It's the kind of helplessness that wraps around your chest and won't let go, making you feel stuck in a cycle you just can't escape. But here's the truth I want to share with you. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to keep wrestling with your restless mind. There's a gentle, almost magical remedy that doesn't ask you to muster up willpower or battle yourself. It's about tapping into the healing power of sound. Something soft and soothing that can gently cradle your runaway thoughts back into peaceful slumber. And please, forget reaching for your phone. I know the temptation is strong, especially in a world glued to screens, scrolling endlessly for distraction. But that glowing trap only feeds your brain's hyperactivity, pulling you further away from the rest you so desperately need. Instead, let me share some sound shortcuts that help me, and I hope they'll help you too. Simple tools that invite calm and coax your mind into rest more naturally than you thought possible. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. First up is pink noise. You might have heard of white noise before. Think of the static hiss of a TV tuned to a dead channel, like a noisy blanket smothering the silence. But white noise can feel harsh and grating, almost like a buzz that wears on your nerves. Pink noise, however, is its gentler, kinder cousin. Imagine the soft, rhythmic patter of rain tapping against your windowpane, the whisper of wind weaving through leaves, or the soothing rise and fall of ocean waves brushing the shore. These sounds carry an innate calmness. It's nature's lullaby, wrapping you in a warm, comforting hug. What makes pink noise special is how it smooths out those sharp, high-pitched tones of white noise, creating a more mellow, velvety soundscape. Scientists explain that pink noise syncs beautifully with the natural rhythm of your brainwaves, nudging them toward the slower frequencies that accompany deep, restorative sleep. I remember reading a fascinating study from Northwestern University in 2017 that revealed pink noise doesn't just help you fall asleep better, it can improve your memory the next day. Imagine waking up refreshed, your mind clear and sharp, ready to greet whatever the day brings. It's honestly a little miracle. I always keep a small speaker or a downloaded pink noise track close by. Just a whisper of sound is enough. The gentle, steady rhythm of rain or ocean waves blurs my thoughts into a peaceful haze, like a soft veil that gently pulls me away from the chaos inside my head. If pink noise doesn't quite do it for you, or if you're craving something more guided, there's also the option of a short sleep meditation. And I don't mean a long, complicated practice. Just a simple 5 to 10 minute session that gently eases you into relaxation. Picture a calm, soothing voice. Maybe someone with the gentle presence of Morgan Freeman, leading you slowly through a body relaxation exercise. You focus on your breath, then relax your toes, ankles, and calves, one part of your body at a time. It's like a bedtime story for grown-ups, a quiet refuge from the noisy, overwhelming world outside. And the beauty of it is that it works because it gives your busy brain a simple, almost boring task, so calm and repetitive that it tires your restless thoughts and stops them from spinning out of control. That gentle voice becomes your lifeline, pulling you away from the mental storm and bringing you back to the safety and comfort of your bed. You don't need fancy apps or expensive programs for this. You'd be amazed at how many free, well-made resources are available on YouTube or through podcasts. Just be sure to pick one without sudden ads or loud intros. You don't want any interruptions when you're on the verge of drifting off. Try out a few, find the one that feels right, and keep the volume soft, just enough to hear, not so loud that it startles you awake. Let that voice guide you gently, slowly leading you out of your chaotic thoughts and back into restful sleep. Isn't it incredible how something as simple as sound can completely change your night? The next time you find yourself wide awake in those lonely hours, overwhelmed by the noise in your mind, give these techniques a try. They worked wonders for me, calming my thoughts and leading me straight into the peaceful, restorative sleep I so desperately needed. It's like giving your brain a little vacation, a much-needed break from the relentless hustle of life. And truly, you deserve that kindness, because rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. So go ahead, give your mind the gentle care it craves. You're worth it. Thank you so much for staying with me through these tips on calming your mind with sound. I truly hope you found something here that resonates with you and can bring a little more peace to those restless nights. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned so far that you feel ready to try or bring into your life? Maybe it's giving pink noise a chance, or trying a gentle sleep meditation, or simply remembering to be kinder to your busy mind. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might just inspire someone else who's struggling with the same challenges. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more helpful tips and heartfelt advice designed just for you. Together, we can create a community that supports peaceful nights and brighter days. Sleep well, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.